You think?
You're gonna love this.
Oh, I'm fucking not.
Right, this is quite a big map, so you may need to zoom down. So if you go to the bottom.
Holy shit!
Wow.
What the fuck?
Cat, what can you see?
We can see a giant black square, and at the very bottom we can see the entrance, and that's it.
And an arrow pointing him against his pool.
No, not here.
Right, so if you could please put yourself into the marching order that you want to be in.
Ah.
Just
how wide is the entrance though? Is it actually 2 squares?
Right, the entrance is roughly to scale. Roughly.
Okay.
So as you can imagine, you can zoom right in. So you may need to zoom in so you can just see a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Right. Just so is that everybody?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Okay, it's not.
I'm not there.
Oh, sorry, scroll down. There you go.
Can I have my power back? Oh, it is.
Right, so under the table, you witness this strange dragon new thing, except for Earl, who refuses to witness it. I didn't see it. I deliberately didn't see it. Right, the outside of the caves look like they're made of limestone. Inside is dark. The giant's table does actually look like it's been worked. You can see the size of the entrance cavern there. The giant's table is above you. So that's how enormous this table is. Right. The outside walls are an off-white creamy colour. And basically you're standing outside, you're under the table, you've witnessed the Doctor Who style weirdness. What would you like to do, gentlemen? It's pitch black inside, there's no light, and there's no light.
Light the torch.
I will light the torch and give it to Bourbon.
No.
Yeah, Bourbon can be the torch holder.
Yeah, I'll hold a torch in my shield hand, because you can do both.
Yeah, but I'll hold the torch. I'll string me bow and hold the torch. But what I'll do is, if shit gets real, I'll just tell Bourbon, I'll hand you the torch, and you just hold the torch out and don't put it on anyone.
Could I light an arrow and shoot it down?
You can do that. Are you going to light an arrow or cast light on an arrow?
Or am I going to shoot something and make it really mad?
You don't know. All you can see is a few feet ahead.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll shoot an arrow down. I'll light it from another
Well, don't, because that'll let them know we're coming. Yeah. We're better to try and catch them.
Can we have a... I don't know.
I mean, we've got the torch anyway. We're going to be...
yeah. Is it during the day or during night now?
You decide whatever time you want to arrive there.
We should go in about 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty sure these fuckers are nocturnal, and I can't think why I think that. But they did raid at night, didn't they?
They did raid at night. You do know that trolls are affiliated with the darkness room. That doesn't necessarily mean they're at night, but it means that they either have enhanced abilities at night or they may prefer to be at night.
It's so horrible. It's horrible from going and playing a troll and knowing everything about trolls, and then playing this and having to
pretend not to know all about trolls.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I have a scan roll which to say doesn't look like the sentence has been used quite often, or is
you can do a search, a search roll, a scan roll, or a track roll, whichever you would like to do. A listen roll.
I will.
Scan. Yes, success.
I will search the area and Well, scans looking around and search is actually fingertip searching, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. I'll have a quick look around and then I'll actually search the entrance and then I'm going to check for tracks to see if there's a lot of traffic going in and out of here. Do you know what I mean? Is it well used or is this like a side entrance? So I'll do a quick scan first. Can't see what I rolled there.
38 success.
A success. Right. The scan roll doesn't reveal that the area's been disturbed recently, like within the last couple of hours. Because
I'll literally spend time searching, but I failed.
Yes.
And then I'm going to spend a little, a minute checking for recent tracks, but not just Trollton tracks, because a bad film I'm going to walk into a bear.
Right. You do see Trollton tracks. You also, however, see some kind of large animal tracks with 3 toes and a rear claw. They look reasonably fresh within the last day or two.
Can we roll an animal law try to identify them?
Animal law.
You certainly can. Tony, is there anything you want to do? Ryan?
No, I was just letting him do his thing. I don't have tracks, so...
I've scanned as well.
Made me animal law. I'm good at animal law.
Right. Animal law, it looks like some kind of giant lizard. Or several giant lizards. Scan roll. Tony, it looks like there's been some kind of dead animal dragged through here. You see the odd like speck of blood on the grass outside, and some of the grass is flattened, but it's not really recent. It's within the last day or so.
I can't guess that.
I'll start getting the rope out.
What, you're gonna hang yourself already? I can't take it.
I'm gonna tie me squirrels and me rabbits to the end of the rope.
Right.
Every foot.
Right.
And then I'm gonna sling the rope down the corridor and go fishing for lizards.
You're going to go fishing for lizards.
I might need a hand with this one, boys.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then, Earl. Give me. Here. Dex times 3 roll then.
Babe, it's my turn. Yeah, my turn.
Come on, I'm not messing. No.
Dex times 3 roll, please, Earl.
0-2.
Right. Okay. Earl successfully casts the string of lizards into the entrance.
String of rabbits. I've got any lizards yet.
Rabbits and squirrels. Sorry.
I'll make sure everyone's holding onto the rope, and then I will twitch it like fly fishing. I'll tell Borbin to stand off to one side, and I'm going to move.
How far down this tunnel can we see, Rich? At all? For all, 10 foot, 5 foot?
Well, basically, you can see you should see a column in front of you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three
I'm going to reveal areas
as we'll go.
Can I do a listen roll just to...
Yes, you can.
Oh, well,
Go ahead, Tony.
yeah, it didn't work.
Right. Okay, Al, give me a power times 2 roll.
That would be a very big no.
Right. Right, you cast the rope into there. It's in the darkness. The rope suddenly twitches like mad in your hand and pulls forward. But
we all yank back.
You yank back, it goes still. And some of the rabbits and what have you have been torn off.
Right, I'll twitch it again. And just slowly draw it out of the thing and then wait for 30 seconds. And if nothing comes charging out after it, I'll throw it back down and I'll keep doing that until either one comes out or I'll run out of rabbits. I'm holding the rope and I assume another 2 people are holding the rope as well. Because if we get one that decides to run with it, we're going.
I'll hold the rope. I'll brace it.
I will stand back.
Getting me accent ready.
I mean,
Yeah.
as much as this is a great idea and all, I have zero confidence in you.
I'm gonna hold my bow
Just so
ready.
you know.
Works for bears.
Uh.
I mean, what's the difference between a bear and a lizard? Well, apart from all the obvious ones.
It's a lizard bear.
I'll just look at him like he's a moron, and then
Right.
look back at the cave.
Right, okay, I'll give us another dex ×3 roll, and then another power ×2 roll.
I don't know what the deck. I can't see my dice.
You click on the chat room at the top.
All right. That's a success. I have to scroll it down. No, that's a failure. Then power ×2 is a success.
There you
Right,
go.
Earl, something seems to have grabbed onto the rope.
Pull.
Yeah,
Right, so add your strengths together, please. Right, Earl and Ryan, I've given you the ability to control Bobbin, so you can move them and tell them where to stand.
okay.
Right, Tony, are you pulling a arrow out?
Yeah, I'm holding an arrow.
I've got 16. What you got, Ryan?
18.
I'll let you roll.
Right, okay, so somebody give me...
Can Tickle hold the end? Would that be any use?
Tickle can hold the end in our mouth, but it won't do anything particularly useful.
But it will. Feckin' dog looks at Tickle and shakes his head like, "What are you doing, you stupid cat?"
It wants to be part of the group, yeah.
Right, okay, so Earl, you're in front, you give us a D100 roll.
Failed.
How can you feel when I said give us a D100
Oh,
roll?
74. Sorry.
You failed to actually roll the dice?
Yeah, I'm fucking so confused.
Right, well, there's so many of you.
I'm pretty sure he still failed.
You don't know what you're rolling, though.
Oh, alright, I thought you were on about for the rope.
Oh, what is
The
it?
strength check.
Right, okay.
Aha!
You yank, and out comes an enormous, when I get onto the right level. Oh, hang on.
Part of the map he's uncovered looks so inviting.
This looks terrifying.
I'm gonna get so lost.
I've actually uncovered more than I should have, to be honest.
I'll just pretend.
There you go.
Drag it.
Right, out comes an enormous lizard attached on the end of your rope. However, I'm just trying to struggle to put these tokens on the right level.
This is where there's a dragon, giant, 16 brew.
So, immediately, you can all hear lots of sounds of slithering and
No, through the anvil. Sorry.
And some kind of commotion comes out. Right, so can we roll initiative, please?
What dice is that? D10? Or the... Can't remember how to do it.
You click on your token, and then on the top bar, there's a bar that says initiative. I set all this up for you. Right. Okay. So you pull this enormous lizard, a giant rock lizard, size 15, so it's the size of a man, comes rushing out, and also you hear a lot of slithering and
Oh, shit.
Excellent.
everything comes running forward. Right. First up is Tony. You get to go first because obviously this rock lizard wasn't expecting to be fished out of the cavern.
Yeah, well, obviously got my ball, so I'm just going to shoot. Have a shot at them.
Right, you successfully hit. Which one? The one on the end of the rope.
Yeah, it's the first one. As long as everyone else moves out the way, this will be fine.
Right, you hit it in the leg. It is, however, barely hurt. Most of it seems to have absorbed. Its skin is scaly, but it is textured and coloured to match the rocks around it, so it's kind of a limestoney colour. So you do a minor amount of damage to the first one. Okay, next up we have Feck and Dag. Oh no, we don't. Hang on. How do you do the turn order again?
Can't reorder it, I think.
That's what I need to do. Yeah, sorry. Next up is McLovin. You currently have hold of the rope, however, but you did say you had your axe out, so I'm assuming you're holding the rope in one hand, you have your axe in the other hand.
Yep. I'll drop the rope and I can't cast blade. Can you for dual actions, cast blade sharp and do an action at the same time, or have you got to stand there to cast it sort of thing?
No, blade sharp takes a round, so you cast blade sharp, right, and that would be action for the round.
Is it close enough to hit it or not?
Yes.
Right.
It's right in front of you.
Right.
It's currently, the way Komodo dragon grabs onto something and thingy, it's doing that to Earl's bloodied rope.
Right.
He's not going to get the rope back. I'm just wanting you to know that now.
Okay. Well, just before I swing, would it be possible to have an animal law roll to try and say, are these nocturnal or, just because we're in the cave, are they going to be at a disadvantage fighting outside in the light?
Well, they're currently in the cave. You're both right in the entrance to the cave. So you can have a roll, yes, if you want.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
I'll swing. I'll swing for it anyway.
Right. Go ahead. Give it a swing. It should be on your bar at the top. You should have axe attack.
I've got a blade sharp. Oh yeah.
If you click on your totem, you should have axe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hit something.
No, according to this, you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rolls the hit location as well. It just rolls everything together. Oh. Right. In keeping with your excellent axe skills, you managed to completely miss again.
Fuck's sake.
Right. Next up, the rock lizard. However, it is surprised, so it's not doing it. Next up is Earl, who you have both hands on the rope. However,
I will let go of the rope. Just take one step back, because I'm not getting in the way of the sword fliggers. But that gives us an area to shoot through. Draw me bow and put an arrow in and loose as soon as I can.
Right. Okay.
I just don't know how long it'll take. So.
Right. Next up is Ryan. You have. I don't know. You haven't got a weapon out because you said you're holding the torch in your shield arm, so you're holding the rope with one arm, and you have a shield and a torch in the other arm.
Yeah. I assume McLovin's in the square ahead, right? Because he's went to attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he swung for it. So.
Okay.
You should be able to get two people on it in that entrance way, though, shouldn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll move up next one then. To the right of that, I guess. Yeah. And pull out my sword. That would be my action, though, right?
It'll add 5 strike ranks, so you pull your sword out now. Add 5 initiative. So basically, you can pull it out, but you can't attack till the end of the round.
Right, okay. I'll do that then.
Got a feeling this will be a marathon, not a sprint, boys. So let's not go mad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother casting tons of magic. Cause
I think
have
we
a
need to
feeling
go
we'll
on
need
the
that later.
outside.
That's the plan, Stan.
Sorry, I'm just adding the round counter on.
Or
I could have just cast Draw Beast. Though.
Earl pulls his little parchment out and his quill and he's like, it's a hamster! Right, okay, Tony's gone. Right, we are... Right. Sorry, I need to reorder it again. I wish it would do this automatically. Okay, Tony, you are up. What would you like to do?
My arrow didn't do very much.
If you're cursing now, you're like, why didn't I bring the anvil? Why?
I'm going to cast Speed Dart.
Okie doke. That's your action for this turn.
Oh, that's close now.
No, you have to cast it first.
Oh, no, I clicked it and that's what. So,
No, to cast it, you cast your power times 5 roll should be there.
alright, yeah.
Yeah. That is... Yeah, so you successfully cast Speed Dart.
Yeah.
When you click Speed Dart, that has your damage and your Speed Dart skill
Right.
automatically figured in for you. Right, next up is McLovin.
Right.
Keep hacking away. Disruption.
What's disruption do?
1d3 damage that ignores armor, but you get a power increase roll at the end of a thingy.
I was tempted to get disruption, but
Fuck it, go on then. Bam.
next time.
Right, okay, so you need to roll your power times 5, first of all. It should be on your bar. Yeah, it is.
Ah!
Right, you fail to focus and cast your spell. Oh, okay. That's a good start.
Fuck's sake, this guy's useless.
Next up, we have this rock lizard who runs towards you. And then after that, we have this rock lizard who runs towards you. The boiling and the towards you all certain time, like in Aliens when they're climbing along the walls and things to get you. So that one comes adjacent to you.
I think we need to back out the entrance.
And next up, we have that one who runs towards you as well.
problem with backing out the entrance is won't
surround
get
us.
more we'll get more people on us.
Right, next up is Crodan. Okay, Earl?
I'll shoot one.
Yeah, it's all those rolls with your track roll and stuff. Succeed, and then now you're
Right,
gonna fail.
your arrow zings into the entrance. Next up, Ryan, is you.
I'm gonna take a swing at the one in front of us, which is the one that got hit by the arrow at the time. Yeah.
Can you see it's a tiny little bit of health gone off it?
Yeah. I
That's
can.
awesome, isn't it?
Success. It's 7 damage to the 2, whatever that is.
Left leg. That's a surprise.
Well, on a human, so it's like.
Right, it takes quite a hit to the left leg. It's still standing, and its blood starts leaking out onto the cave floor, but it is, however, it looks quite badly hurt. Next up, Tony.
Speedart.
Right, now you are firing over the top of Tickle and then past, I was going to say it, past 2 people.
Go for the left-hand one.
Yeah, basically, you and Ryan are both standing with your backs to Tony, who is now shooting arrows like literally straight at you.
Yeah, I'll shoot at the one on the left, but I failed.
But you miss. Was that your speed darted one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's 96. Right, rock lizard. Right, he actually gets to do something now. He's going to try and claw Bracy, who went for him first, and he misses. Feck and Dag, does he do anything else, or is he just on?
Is he? Fuck, he's not going in there.
He's on hold.
He's gone straight down a gullet.
Next up is Bourbon. Does he have any orders, or is he just told to stay out of the way and hold the torch?
Yeah, it's sort of stay out of the way.
He can
behind me.
Fire a sling if you like with his other hand, because he has got a sling.
Have him move over towards me and fire a sling shot up this.
What was that purple circle thing that came out there?
20.
Radar.
Oh.
Because I was going to say,
right,
if he fires from up here, he'll be able to get a straight shot.
Bourbon succeeds with the sling, hits the monster in the arm, but it just bounces off and doesn't do any damage.
Oh.
Tried though.
I'll turn around to Bourbon and say, "Good shot."
Can I just move Tickle out of the way?
You can just tell Tickle to get out of the way. And that is the end of the round. Right, Tony. Yeah. Everybody clicked initiative a couple of times there. Right, your speed dart goes on 1 arrow, so when you fired it, that's gone now. Okay. So have you remembered to take a point off your blue on your token?
Yeah.
Right, so click on the blue box on your token and put -1. That's it. Right, and Tony, you are up again. Oh, sorry, no. Ryan, did you attack because you drew your sword and then you were attacking last, weren't you?
Yes.
So you did roll, didn't you? You did, yes.
I did, yes.
Right, okay. Tony, you're up. You can fire 2 arrows around now that you actually have your bows out. You can fire 1 now and then one at the end of the round.
I'm not the only one who has a really weird initiative order. It doesn't have everyone on it.
Yeah, that's right. I think it doesn't show you the NPCs. It only shows them to me. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I've got the NPCs. I just don't have. I only have me, Crodan, and Bulbin.
Yeah,
and
I
all the lizards.
don't have Bracy.
I've got Bracy on mine. I've got Kane, Crodan. Yeah, I've got everybody on mine.
I've got Kane, Kane, and Bourbon.
It's fine. Yes.
Right. So Tony, Mr. Bowman, you're up.
Yes, I will take a shot at that left lizard again, but I'm just going to shoot him with my bow rather than casting speed out again.
Right. Okay.
Oh, come on!
So unlucky.
I did that wrong. +1. Sorry about this. I just need to do some paperwork. Yeah, it's sorted out, I believe. Right, so Tony misses again.
Yep.
93% chance to hit. Tony misses. Right.
Yep.
McLovin.
Disruption again.
Right, gives a power ×5 roll. You don't use power until it actually casts. Yeah. Right, you cast Disruption. So, you do 1d3 damage. So, on your sheet next to your power, there's a little tick box. That's to say you get a power game roll.
Yeah.
Right, so you do a d3 damage.
Okay, I'm just trying to find where...
You can do a slash roll 1d3 if you like. Type it into the chat window.
what slash what?
Slash roll space
Uh-huh.
1d3. Right, you do 2 damage. It goes, oh yeah. Right, so you actually hurt it on your character sheet. Make sure you've taken your power game roll.
Yep.
Rock Lizard, he's at the back. Right, he clambers over the wall because it seems as if they're sticking to the walls and everything. So he moves to the front. Right, one of them is going to claw at Ryan.
Do I need to knock off one off my spirit magic thing?
Yes, so click on your token, click in the blue box and type -1.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan, it misses you. Next up is that Rock Lizard. It charges forward. Right, next up, Crodan.
I'll shoot one.
Right, okay, go ahead. Damage 9. Which one did you aim at?
That left one.
The one on the far left.
Yeah.
Which is number 3, sorry.
Yeah, you take quite a chunk of its health off, and its leg looks disabled.
I'll just bring out another arrow.
Does it stay on the wall or does it fall off the wall?
Yeah, that one's not on the wall, it doesn't need to be.
Alright, okay.
Right, Ryan, you're up, Kin.
Time the same one in the middle.
Right, go ahead.
Chop its fucking head off.
Right leg, damage 10. Right, that puts it down. It's not instantly killed, but it is definitely down.
Okay.
Right, now if I'm right, hang on a sec. Are you ready for this? You're ready for this? Boom!
Oh!
Nice.
16 hours of work, I bet that was, Rich.
It was. Right, next up is the unconscious one. Yeah, we can remove him. Actually, he's on 0 hit points, so he is bleeding to death. Feck and Dag is staying out of the way, yes?
Feck and Dag's going to move slightly and watch our backs.
Okay, just move him. Bobbin's up. Do you want him to move to the side and sling again?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Scoot him over.
He should have a thingy. You or Ryan should be able to roll for his sling attack for him.
I mean, that seems... Oh no, that is right. Special. 11 damage in the head.
What?
Which one did Bobbin just kill?
There's on the one on the left, like the one injured one.
Right, Bobbin Slingstone smashes it straight between the eyes. There's a great gout of blood as its skull splits in two. Brains fall out all over the floor.
I'll just stand there like
Good lad.
gobsmacked. Like,
Turn around to
what?
Bobbin and say, "You're getting better."
And I'm just like, who are you?
He goes, I'm
God.
Bobbin, Yonslayer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, okay, you put down 2. Right, Earl and... sorry, Tony, you get a second arrow first, and then Earl gets a second arrow.
Can I step forward so that Bowman doesn't get in the way?
Which one are you shooting at, like? Bobbin's only size 6, remember, he's a tiny little dude. You can shoot over his head.
Fine, I'll shoot the furthest one away. Which is... what was it, 2? Alright. Oh. Success. How much
Right.
is 2? Aw.
2 points of damage. Unfortunately, it sticks into it, but it doesn't seem to penetrate its scales. It rattles off.
And then Bourbon just looks at me like, knows that.
He just, you know the way monkeys laugh and they go, ah! Ah! He does that, right? Right, okay, Earl, you can take a second shot now.
I'll shoot the one at the back. Probably have to move that side
You
of
will,
Baldwin,
yes.
so. Fumble
in the jungle. Right.
As long as there's no one in front. Oh, wait.
Okay, you ready? Yeah.
Please, no.
There is actually a fumble thing on your character sheet, but I've got a fumble button on my DM. Do you just want me to hit it?
Do it? Yeah, go for it.
Blah!
Oh, parry.
Right.
Broken bowstring.
Yeah, basically.
Twang.
I'll start
He snaps his banjo string.
I'll instantly unhook one of my spare bowstrings from around my neck.
Yeah, you spend the next turn restringing your bow. Yeah. Right, Tony, you're up. Are you continuing to shoot?
Yeah, but I'm gonna
move to the side, perhaps, or shoot through Earl and then Ryan and Brissy.
I'll move alongside Earl.
I'll move to where you move in my spot, and I'll step to the right while I'm doing my bowstring.
Okay, makes sense. And then I'll shoot the one at the back.
Damage 2, right, it unfortunately bounces off its scary height. But you do get a success roll for that. You get a tick for it. Right, McLovin.
I'll look at Bourbon and just don't say anything.
He's just like... Right, okay. McLovin, come on, you can do it. Give it to Max. Right. You can do it.
Is the one on the right within hitting distance?
The one on the right is within melee range and is undamaged, and it is trying to bite your face off.
I will swing my axe at it.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
When it comes to winter and you get some free experience rolls, put them into axe. Right.
It's a conspiracy, I tell you.
On a 1 to 3, it's Bracey. On a 4+, it's Ryan. Right, Ryan, the lizard tries to claw you.
I suppose it's better it's me than him.
Right, it succeeds in clawing you.
I'm gonna parry that.
Right.
Or attempt to.
Right, you successfully parry. The lizard's claws digs into your shield and it hangs on.
Oh God, I've got a lizard friend now, as well as a baboon.
You do, right. That one's knackered. Okay, this one. Moves into the space the injured one is. And pounces on. Right, I already have this one. So 1 to 50, Bracey. Right, Bracey, the uninjured one tries to claw you. And misses. Right, excitement. Earl, you're up. You're not, you're restringing your bow. Ryan, you are up.
I'll attack the one that's...
The right one is hanging onto your shield.
Okay, I'll attack the left one then, because I probably won't be able to, right? Because of the... I'll attack the one that's on my shield, because I wouldn't be able to... I don't think I'd be able to actually hit the other one with this guy on it. Yeah, hit. 6 damage.
6 damage. It's got really tough skills. It does cut through, but it's not any kind of disabling wound. And that was on the right one, yeah?
Yeah, I was on the right one.
Hanging on your shield.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to hit the other one, I don't think, like, realistically.
Right, Dag, is he moving?
He's just going to look around. He's literally just watching out at this point.
Right, Bourbon, would you like him to take another slingshot? since he seems to be the one that's doing all the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, sling the one that isn't on my shield, I guess.
Right, okay, go ahead. Right, he hits it, he hurts it. It's not a bad wound, but he just looks at all your bow users and he's like, well.
Should we just go home? I mean,
We just need more. We need more
baboons.
We should have played baboons.
We should give him a full share and then buy armor.
Right, okay, so now, Tony, you get your second shot because it's the end of the round, and Earl is restringing his bow.
can I send Tickle another fray?
You can. You order Tickle to go into the fray, but at the moment you need to shoot.
Yeah. Nice.
Right, which one was that one in front of Tickle?
Yeah.
Right, it does actually hurt it. The arrow goes through it. I should be more zoomed in actually, because that's better. Right, it hurts. It gets hurt. It hurts. I don't have an initiative roll for Tickle. Tickle probably goes first because Tickle's got 30 initiative. Because he's a shadow cat.
Yeah.
They've got like 25 dex base or something like that.
Jesus.
Right, so I will just reorder that one. Right, first up is Tickle. Earl has restrung his bow.
Give him a bite. Oh, no.
No. Next up is Tony.
I'm gonna take a swing at him. I'm gonna also head in the broadsword. Wait, can I?
If you move in and draw your broadsword, you'll have to drop your bow and draw your broadsword.
Yeah.
And then you won't be able to attack this round until the end of the round.
Am I able to do that and cast Blade Sharp then?
No, you've got to cast Blade Sharp.
Once I've got my sword out.
Well, you only have to be touching it. So if you drop your bow, that's no action. Put your hand on your sword hilt and then cast Blade Sharp, and then it'll be cast for when you draw it. If you want to do it that way.
Hang on.
Or you just shoot it full of arrows.
Yeah.
Or just let Bobbin deal with them all.
Yeah, my broadsword's like 50-50, so. Yeah, I'm gonna take cast a speed dart.
Right. Okay. You cast Speed Dart. You'll get shoot at the end of the round. Remember. No, you fail. Never mind. You just can't focus enough. Right. Next up we have. Okay, because this is hanging on your shield, Ryan.
Yeah.
The good news is it gets a claw and a bite.
Right.
Which it manages to miss both.
I assume one of them would hit the shield it's on if it's clawed, if it's clanked onto my shield though.
The way rock lizards attack is they'll claw with one, and then once one hits, they'll hold on, and then they'll claw and bite constantly with the other one.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But however, it just failed completely. Right, next up, McLovin.
I will attempt to hit it again.
Go on, you can do it, son. Yes!
Yes!
And which one's that one? To your left or to the right?
To the right. The one that's hanging on the shield. That's the ones we were concentrating on. Right,
that's a mighty gash that you open in it. And it's like, it's always on the legs, isn't it? That's Runequest all over that.
Yeah.
It's always the left leg.
As you can see, that one's really badly wounded now. However, they're not like run away or anything. They seem to be in some kind of blood frenzy. They're attacking you. Earl, you have restrung your bow.
How long will it take us to sling me bow, draw me as I move up, and draw me sword and stab the rock lizard on the left there in front of the cat?
You would be able to do that by the end of the round because it's like it subtracts 10.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Right. Okay. Next
Grab
up
me spear.
Is rock lizard who was attacking Bracy, I believe. And it misses, because it's awesome. Next up is Kane.
Let's stab the one on my shield. Because
Go
he's
ahead.
being mean.
I'm surprised you didn't just charge into the wall a few times.
Right leg as well.
Right, its right leg comes flying off and it collapses unconscious or dead to the floor, you're not sure.
We're just hacking off legs. Well, except...
well, that's fine,
Bobbin.
because when I hang them, which is what I'm going to do next, to drain, and on the way out, skin them, there'll be less damage to them, because it's all leg and no one buys the legs.
Right, next up is Earl with his broadsword.
No, me spear.
No, with his spear. Earl with his spear, then Tony, then Bobbin. And
We'll have,
do have spear.
we'll have to nickname our gang the Legless Posse.
oh, stabby, stabby, right arm again. Right, you stab it brutally in the right arm.
If we come across a creature that doesn't have legs, we'll never be able to kill it.
We avoid all slugs.
Right, it's extremely badly wounded and has now been stabbed in the right foreleg. Okay, Tony, your second shot.
Oh my!
Bounces off. And finally for this round it's Bobbin, so come on, who's run for Bobbin, the hero of the day.
I'm doing it. Get him.
If you actually put your mouse over the 8, it shows you what the roll was.
Oh my god.
Right, okay, with a thunderous crash in the leg. Right, he drops the final lizard.
Oh no, I've just thought Bracey could have got loads of bonuses because he loves it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, you could have
And
loved
this was
it.
a plan coming together.
You could have loved it when a plan came together. Right, so that is state of play. All 4 of the lizards are down. Some of them are unconscious, but no doubt you can just finish them off, stabbing them in the leg or in the face or whatever.
Yeah, once we do that, I'll start dragging the corpses off to the right side.
Well, actually, I'm going to do peaceful cut on all 4 of them.
Okay. Well,
Right, okay, go for it because you're a hunter. Or do you want to try doing some, Tony?
I'm going to actually... Yeah, do you need to do peaceful cut and a cut off, Tony?
Yeah.
Basically, Runequest, right? It's gaming the system somewhat, but try and use as many skills as you possibly can for everything.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing this more in character because he genuinely believes in putting them back in the spirit plane. But I can't find any peaceful cut.
What peaceful cut does in Runequest is everything has a spirit, right? And you kill an animal with peaceful cut, and it, instead of being tortured and from the ghost or whatever, sends it off to animal heaven, so it's all happy.
Under knowledge, close to the bottom is peaceful cut. It's in the lower corner.
I'll do 2 of them.
Well, you didn't fumble, so you didn't create an evil ghost spirit, a lizard spirit, so that's something.
Success and failed. And yeah.
Okay, and Ryan, just whereabouts would you like to drag them off to?
With peaceful cut, it also makes them hangable, doesn't it?
Yeah, drag them off down to there. Just out of the way.
Right.
I don't have a frame to hang them, but can we like push them up against the wall so they'll drain?
Well,
True.
yeah. Did you have pitons or anything you could bring into the rock walls and then tie them up? Of course, obviously, bringing something into a rock wall is quite noisy.
No, but I have got the stuff to butcher stuff, so I assume I've got like the stuff to hang small animals and that. I'll just sort of use a stick and hang it up. I'll spend 5 minutes on it and no longer.
Yeah, so
it's quite big.
Well, the man-sized.
Man-sized, right? So you hang them along the wall like that.
Yeah, it'll take us a while to butcher them when we get out, but hey, it's fucking meat.
That's it.
I'll draw a sign that says "Do not touch."
Oh, I think if you see someone actually hung some stuff, if you're touching it, you might get shot in the head.
Right, so this is all at the entrance, basically. You can see inside from now that you've slaughtered all of these poor innocent lizards.
I take it I'm going to hack off a big length of my rope now.
Yes. Yeah, most of it's been chewed up. Right, the walls are creamy off white. There's 3 passages either side and an alcove that you can see. They look just small enough, just big enough for the lizards to get out of. So if you want to go down them, you'd have to crawl. And if you're exceptionally big, I believe Ryan's quite an enormous gentleman. Then
That's what they said at the Illyria Temple.
that's, yeah.
I was praying on my sword then.
Right, so basically you stand at the entrance, you've just hacked all the bodies up. What do you want to do now? Do you want to move in the room? Do you want to search?
Well, if we can hang on a second, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak right inside and have a listen. Everyone can stand quietly. I'm going to sneak like deep and listen in each of these alcoves, like each of these tunnels, to see if I can hear anything.
Do you hear
and if
anything?
Comes,
No.
I'm getting out here fast.
I believe, Gracie, aren't you the boy for snaking as well?
Yeah.
And you've got like 90% or something.
Move quietly. No, 52.
I'm going to have a look. I haven't looked what mine is.
Me dodge is 100 and something.
I've got 60 move quiet, so that's what I'm doing. I'll move quiet and skulk in the shadows. Yeah. So, shall I do the rolls, or do you want to, Rich? I'll go left, you go right.
Yeah. So give me some move quietly rolls, people.
Can I do a stand quietly roll?
Yeah. So just move your tokens to the first 2. Right, you're going right, and you're making a listen roll.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Right, all you hear from inside are general cave noises like drip, drip, but other than that, you can't hear anything moving about. You can't hear nothing appears dangerous. You peer inside, you can only see a little way down the tunnel because, in fact, that's as far as you can see because Bobbin has the torch and he's standing at the entrance. Right, it's pitch black in there. It's a round hole. It's pitch black. Why don't you stick your head in, Brissy?
I will. Yeah, I will attempt to hide, and I'll move back the entrance and get the torch off Bob, and then go back and have a look inside with the torch.
I'll draw my shield.
But I was going to say I've got my shield and my spear out at this point, and I've got my spear in my shield hand, right, so I can duck behind it, and I've got the torch in my right hand, and I'll put the torch down and have a look down. I can cheat somewhat because I have spirit sight, but I figure I'll use that later.
Right, Brissy, are you lighting a torch?
Yeah, I will.
Just light it off the one I've got. Cool.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's as far as you can see in. The rock's the same. There's a little bit of droppings and things like that, but there's nothing you can actually see.
Right, next one.
Tony, Ryan, you just stand at the back bravely?
Yeah, well, I mean, while these guys are being quiet, I don't want to interrupt their process.
Yeah, you don't want to go clank, clank, clank. Right.
No.
I'll do another listen roll, and can I make a hide roll to sort of try to stay out of sight when I'm poking the torch around the corner?
Yeah, that one you can see, Earl, that's as far as you can see, and then that turns round to the north, so you can't see around the bend. And Bracey, yours seems to turn around to the south.
Do I hear anything because I made the roll?
No, you don't hear anything.
Make another listen roll.
Gonna make a hide roll as well.
I'm just gonna stand towards the wall and take a piss. and then take an actual piss.
I wanna try and hide in the entrance.
Does anybody need a few minutes break to go to the toilet, whatever? Because they've been out a couple hours.
I'm a raider. I've got a catheter in.
Right.
I'll move up to that one.
Right, that one, Earl. You can see that far in.
I'll move to
Make a listen roll.
there if I can. quietly.
Ooh, 07. Good hearings.
Yes, I did it with that one.
Right, you sneak up the corridor, but you don't actually hear anything. Like I said, there's very little in these actual tunnels. They look as if they've been worn smooth over a long time. And as you get to there, the room slopes down, and the colour state remains an off-white, but in the flickering of the torch, it looks as if the air near the floor is musty, as if there's something floating in it. That's a downward slope.
Bracy, you go right up that corridor and check it. I'll go at the top of this bank and look down it.
Yeah.
I'll sort of motion with your hand. I'm not talking.
Right, where are you going, Bracy?
Is that what you meant, Al?
Yeah.
If you go in there, you will have to crawl on your hands and knees.
Ah, right. Okay.
Like I said, the round tunnels where the rock lizards would crawl in and out. So you'll have to go on your hands and knees if you want to go that tunnel.
All right, no, I wouldn't do that then.
No, fuck that.
We've got someone. we have a tunnel rat already. Don't worry, I have a plan.
He's
Do
moved off my screen.
I'll do a scan and a listen.
Okay, Tony, what do you want to do? Ryan's staying still because he's
I'll
wanna
do
head-
the same
I'll-
as well,
I'm
Al.
gonna head in.
the tunnels are quite big because the rock lizards were about human sized, but because they're lizard shaped, you would have to crawl on your hands and knees to go in there if you wanted to go in and examine what's up there.
Yay. Scan and listen.
Same. Anything down this bank?
Right, Tony, where are you moving in now?
I'm gonna head in.
Right, go on. Whereabouts to?
You listened down all these, didn't you? And
Yeah, we've checked them out. I'm going to come down and tell you what's happened now. Once Richie tells us what's happened at the top.
Okay. Well, I can see a torchlight from here, so I'll just like follow up to where you are. So I'll just be like,
Can I have a search roll, Richie? Can we see any tracks leading off down up this tunnel?
It's rock, so you can certainly try a track roll.
So I'm just
A
wondering
search
how-
roll is different if you want to roll a search roll.
I'm just wondering how the truckers have got past these bloody rock lizards, that's all.
Might be a back entrance we're using.
Yeah.
But we did see Trollton tracks. I wonder if they've
Yeah.
got. Then again, they might be trained like we would use guard dogs.
Could be. I'll try a track.
Gonna follow up inside and
Oh,
bring
just-
Borden in it as well.
I'll have a look at them looking for tracks and
And laugh. Right.
and point. I'll see if I can point one out.
The ceiling of this chamber is about 10 metres overhead. The walls are covered with 3 distinct types of fungus. The rock walls remain an off-white colour, the same as the entrance. The air near the floor is damp and musty, as if there's like spores or whatever floating in the floor.
Right. Can I be cheeky and have a mineral law roll and a plant law roll?
Yes, you can. What would you like to know?
What kind of rock it is and what the moss is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Critical!
A 0-1, a critical roll. Right.
They are plants.
Right, Bracy, they are with the 0-1. There's brown hair moss, there is toad tables, and there are some special ones called Umal's crumbs, which you believe are magical.
Oh God, no!
Are there any use for anything?
Oh, Ermel Crumb.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my God!
He rolled a 1. Oh, fuck.
Right, you can see up in there now, like I said, it slopes downward, but it's 10 metres high, so there's plenty of space inside. And you can just see there's a few mushrooms on there, but that's just to represent the fact that they line the walls, they're all over the floor. As if you put your foot on them, there's like little puffs of spores along the floor.
Are any of these dangerous or?
I know. Try eating them.
Ermel's crumbs are famous, apparently, if you eat them.
Oh, no. They're super famous.
They are very famous. You like go in, you go, oh, mushrooms. Oh, Tony's dropped. And then you're looking, oh, there's loads of different mushrooms. Bracey goes, yeah, they're Emerald's crumbs. They're this. And they're brown hair moss. Toad tables are a harmless, tasty mushroom, Bracey.
I'll harvest a few. Lizard and mushroom butties, anyone?
Interesting enough.
Yeah, I mean, not that I'd know what they were, but...
Well, do you share this with the party, Bracey?
Oh yeah, I'll let them know.
So, what do you know about these Emerald Crumbs, Roller of One?
Oh, God.
Right. Well, Bracey, what you've heard... Now, this was in a tavern, and you'd had like 8 pints. But what you've heard is... It's a magical mushroom, and it says it either kills you or gives you magic.
Oh.
Right. Now, you had a few pints.
Oh well. Yeah, I'll pick a few anyway.
My past experiences with those are incredible.
Well, I was thinking...
Yeah, the trouble with an Emerald's crumb is you pick it and it very quickly shrivels up and dies. So basically, you've got to pull it out of the ground and eat it if you want to
shove it in your gob.
Yeah.
Which is what I'll do in a second after... Because as Tony dropped, did you say?
Oh, yeah.
All
right. Okay. I was going to say...
Right, Tony, Bracey, you look at this chamber filled with mushrooms. And Bracey goes, oh, they're Emerald's crumbs. They're extremely famous mushrooms that are magical. Now, he'd heard a rumour, and bear in mind, it was in a pub while he had 8 pints, that they'll either kill you or they'll give you special magic.
Wow.
Right? But when you pluck one, within 15 seconds, it shrivels up and dies. So you literally have to yank it out the wall and stick it straight in your gob. This is the
If you wait a second, I'll be that guy with this. Well, I was going to say, should we get Bourbon to check all the side corridors in case there's anything in them? Because he's little. But tell him if he see... We'll start him at the front and then just tell him to scamper down the left and right corridors. Look for anything that he thinks is valuable, like coins and stuff. And if anything looks dangerous, to run back here, but not to make any noise. Does he understand that when we put it across to him?
Yes, boss. I do that, he says. Right.
Start left, right, left, right.
So he disappears off on that corner and then disappears into the blackness.
Right. I will try it. I will eat Nermal's crumb, but if I die, nobody gets to laugh at me. All right? That's the deal. Anyone else want to do this? It's really silly.
So are you moving into the room?
I am going to hide and sneak into the room.
I mean, could we not just let Bourbon?
We can't use him for that.
He's a bondsman to a humanity. So he's basically a voluntary slave, but you can't order him to kill himself because that would be violating the agreement, the ransom agreement. And Ryan would be very upset with you.
It might be good for him.
Yeah, but it won't be good for the person that does it.
Yeah.
Because a humanity is something you want to get from behind when he's not... no, you want to fight. As I'm saying that, I'll stop and turn around and go, you want to fight in an honourable duel?
Yeah, there's a reason why Grandfather Baboon told him to come to the humanity. Because Ryan's now accepted him as his property until he's paid off his ransom. But Ryan, the humanity will actually... If you imagine a medieval knight, their sense of honour, that's kind of what humanities are like.
And some are even crazier. Right, I'll sneak forward and I'll wait a moment just to make sure nothing comes tearing out of the place to eat us.
Right, so what do? Do you just yank one off the wall and go, ah, and then stuff it in your mouth?
No, I will ippy dippy and then eat one.
I will get front seat.
I put my mask on because I've seen Alien Covenant. I know what happens when anybody sniff weird mushroomy spores.
Right. Okay, Al. you stuff this thing into your mouth. It doesn't really taste of anything, but you feel a warm glow overcome you. Can you please roll me a d10?
A 5.
A 5. Right, can you roll me a d8, please?
Say
A
no.
7.
Right, you lose 7 hit points.
Ow!
Earl suddenly grasps at his throat, turns green, and falls to the ground.
Whoops.
And that's what he looks like.
Oh, this is bad.
Right, he lies on the ground, clutching at his throat, and then breaking wind, and then he holds his stomach.
Why do I do this?
Oh, you're gonna shit everywhere, aren't you?
Yes, yes, he is.
I'll tell you my Space Marine story at some point.
Taking actual wound damage, is that healable? Or is it just general hit points?
It's general hit points, but you don't know. I'm not going to just tell you. You can try first aid. You can try a heal spell.
First aid might help, I think.
Ooh, success.
Bobbin the man. Well, the baboon.
So, Earl says, these are magical. I've heard of these. You all have been like, hang on a minute, I'm sure I've heard a rumour about these. And they do great magical things to you. And then he collapses and starts breaking wind. And so,
Nice.
Earl, what do you do?
Well, I'll lie there and be ill until I can stop being dead.
I'll run first aid on him. It's a lower ceiling, right? In there, though.
10 metre ceiling, you can easily get in. So
Okay.
you go in, but as you're walking on the mushrooms and that, there's like little puffs of spores come up. So you're going to first aid him. You learned healing too, but you're going to use first aid.
Because you can then first aid, then healing too, when it doesn't use magic points.
Oh dear.
Almost
Failed,
fumbled, yeah. If you'd fumbled, you'd done an extra D3 damage, you know.
I know.
Right, so, Earl,
You get a big cork.
he goes, you need to get that up, and he comes and sticks his fingers down your throat.
Oh, no.
I'll attempt to cast heal on him when it doesn't. I'm not able to.
Power times 5, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So healing 2, reduce your magic points by 2. Earl, it does actually work, and your hit points go up. You do feel a little bit better after he's stuffed his dirty fingers down your throat.
I'll use my belt buckle to heal 2 points as well.
Right. So you still have to provide the 2 magic points, but that's
Done. I don't need to roll.
You don't need to roll. Right. Okay. So, Earl, do you advise anybody else to try these?
Well, yeah. Apparently, they didn't like me.
So is it a different one? Or is it? Are they all
I mean,
It's a patch.
They're randomly all over the place.
You know what? For a laugh, I will have a go.
Right. Okay then. Roll a d10.
it's gonna get to the point where if loads of other people don't get anything, I'm not gonna bother.
Oh my God, Tony. It's an
Dies.
Right. You immediately add 1 point of power to your character,
Nice one.
and that also raises your maximum power by 1, which is almost impossible to do.
Yes, that's amazing.
That means you can have 22 powers, which like no other human being other than heroes normally have. So you'll need to make
It also
on your
makes power
character sheet,
increases.
make a note, max power 22.
Excellent.
So that's what 1 mushroom does.
Whereabouts?
Right, so open your character sheet.
Yeah.
And on the main, scroll down, you've got strength, insize, power. Yeah?
Yeah.
Under original, change your power to 15 or whatever it is. Put your power up by 1.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then you might have to press tab so it updates into the current. Right? And then under magic notes at the bottom, or one of the notes, put maximum power 22 because you can now exceed the human maximum of power. Which is freaking awesome.
It is incredibly awesome.
Right. Anybody else want to take a roll? Anybody else want to ride the Emerald's Crumb Trail? Or Tony, do you want to have another one?
No. I'm afraid of what I might take away.
Well, you just won the Emerald Crumb lottery.
I'm debating whether it's worth doing now or doing it on the way out.
Or it might be running on the way out.
That's a good point. I can hate these so much.
Yep.
But now you're thinking, should I? Aren't you?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
know it's. I'll take
It's
one.
Bracey's fault. It's Bracey's fault.
Take one.
A 4.
I'm pretty sure 4 is bad.
4 is bad. Yeah, lose the 8 hit points. Right, Ryan collapses to the floor, vomiting.
I'm gonna heal myself as well.
I'll heal him with 2 as well.
I failed to heal.
I've healed you 2 because I've got.
It's
buttons of Matrix.
it's assumed if you're not in combat, you will just keep recasting it until you heal yourself. So
Okay.
you don't need to roll like power rolls every time. Just spend your power. Because if you fail,
Right.
it's only like 12 seconds between each cast.
Yeah,
So-
I suppose.
Right, since that's happened now, I'm starting to think, well, my chances now will probably be pretty good. So I think I'll take another one.
Right?
I would like to tell him that's not how chance works, but it usually does.
Right, you take another one, Tony, you put it in your mouth, and it just tastes like a normal mushroom. Nothing happens. You don't feel that weird, warm, magical glow or anything like that. It just tastes like a normal, crunchy mushroom.
I'm just standing there like, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. These are fine.
Yeah, the two of them are lying there on their knees going, oh, oh.
Explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, and Ryan's wearing plate trousers, so that would be embarrassing.
Oh.
I'm not eating them as snacks. I was
I've
like,
got a baboon to clean my armor, so it's fine.
I'll take some for like on the road.
Oh, they're like dry up and desiccated.
Literally in 15 seconds.
Oh wow,
Go on then, I'll have one as well.
he's gonna die.
D10?
D10.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, Brissy, 4 is the hit points. So you are struck down by the vomiting and the diarrhea.
Brilliant.
I'll heal him.
Right, so do you remember your magic points won't regenerate
Yes.
for like 6 hours? Yeah, you'll get like 1 or 2 magic points per hour.
So, is it the case that he basically doesn't get the effects of them anymore, right?
That's
Tony.
right. Tony, can you speak? All right.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Yes. Tony has tried another one and said it doesn't taste of anything. I'm not getting that weird warm glow.
We can keep going. We'll run out of magic points. I figure what we might have to do is come back and eat more if we're going to risk it, and rest outside and camp up and do it scientifically. With science.
Are you thinking
might be.
of bugging out already and going
No.
camping next to the dragon room? Because that would be sensible.
No, we're waiting for Bourbon to catch up with us.
Where is he?
He's searching for stuff. I'm going to send Feck and Dog to check on Bourbon.
Right, well, Bourbon is moving about through these little tunnels.
I'm going to have a wander up here and listen.
Right, well, while he's waiting for him to come back, I'll just roll a few searches for him on each tunnel. And he's not doing great, to be honest.
I found nothing.
No, he has actually succeeded in the first one.
Oh, is he?
His skills are pants. He's a 3-year-old baby. And you wanted to kill him.
I can send Feck and Dag with him. He's quite good at searching stuff.
After a couple of minutes, Bourbon comes back. And he has... a handful of coins wrapped up in his manky little handkerchief. And he comes and goes, "Look, I'm good, I found." And he goes, chink, 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 chink.
Very good.
Who does he give them to?
Oh, well, he's bound to give them to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, he pours them out into your hand. There's a bunch of clacks, there's some silvers, and there's 1 gold coin in there.
Wow.
Okay, I'll put them in a pouch.
Right, so put them in the loot list. 27 clacks, 18 lunas, and 1 whale.
Nice.
You can all edit the loot list, so... But he basically was rubbish and he didn't find anything else.
So 1 wheel, 20... Was it 27 clacks?
Yeah.
And how many
18
lunas?
lunas.
Okay.
Burn them. Sorry. Insert the stars.
Right, you move forward into the cavern.
More mushrooms.
This is all one continuation of the cavern. It's split into 2. You can go left or right.
What I can do is track to see if any trolls came through here.
You can, but the mushroom, most of its the mushroom on it's like spongy, so as you walk away you actually see your footprints like fill back in, and then there's little puffs of spores as you're walking.
I'll move up to there, and do the mushrooms continue up to the edge?
Yes, basically to where that slope is.
Right, I'll have a look around the top of the slope, but first I'll listen down here.
Right, as you get closer to that one, Earl, the walls start turning from off-white to yellow, and by the time you reach the slope, the walls and ceiling are an intense yellow, occasionally shot with white flecks.
I'll do a mineral lore.
And it drops down. Okay, so you're moving to there. Where is everybody else moving?
Shall we head off in the other direction just so we can see?
Yeah, it's always the best plan is to split the party, then you can fight twice as many things at once and it's quicker.
I think we'll go to the edge and have a quick look, and then we'll follow Earl.
Can I do a listen?
You can do a listen anytime you want, sir.
I know nothing about minerals.
Just looking at these rocks.
Right, Earl, it's definitely made of rock. I'm not sure what kind, but the tunnel is definitely made of rock.
I'll do a scan, listen, and track around this entryway, like the exit from this area up to this bank. So I'll listen first, see if I can hear anything from up there. I'll scan about and see if I can see anything. And then I'll dig me track out and do me track.
Right. Okay. Bracy and Tony, up that passage you can hear the sound of water falling and splashing.
Ooh.
Going up that way. It's an off-white passage. And it's 5 meters high.
It's still dark, right?
If you don't have a torch, it's pitch black. There's literally no light in here whatsoever. At the moment, Kane had a torch.
No, McLovin's got one. Because McLovin lit one off
Because
mine.
you can give one to Bobbin and he can use his sling.
Yeah.
we've got the spirit magic light. Does that?
Yes, that'll only last 5 minutes though.
I've got lantern, but I'm waiting until we're actually in combat before I'm fucking about with that.
Right.
So is there any tracks around the top of this thing? Or any signs of wear of passage? You know what I mean? Like
nothing you can pick out. Like I said, the rock's got no permanent thing down the slope. From the mushroom room, the rock hasn't got any tracks, and anything in the mushroom room has obviously been obscured as you walk through it. It almost fills in instantly.
I'll turn around to Bobbin and say left or right.
You turn around to Bobbin and say left or right.
Yeah.
Bobbin says right.
Right, it is.
You're literally leaving the baboon to decide which way to go. He goes,
I was going to flip the coin. So
Oh.
I figure,
You know what? He deserves it.
yeah, that he deserves a say.
Right, Tickle, are you bringing Tickle with you, or are you telling him to wait outside?
Yeah, I'm going to leave him there.
You're going to tell Tickle to wait outside?
Yeah.
And hide with his massive, like, hundreds of hide skill.
He can take care of the dead rock lizards hanging there.
That's a good point. Right, I'll move around up here. I'm always moving slowly and watching my feet. I'm not rushing. Everyone's trying to keep the noise down. And I'll check around the top of this for tracks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a track button for us, Rich.
Yeah, I'll add a track button. If there's any skills you want us to add, just tell us to do them.
Oh, fucking hell. No idea.
No, you've got no clue. Right, the plate armoured warrior is in the back with the baboon.
Yep.
I'll also do a track.
Yeah. No.
Pretty good.
I'll hop up along the wall and I don't know whether to spirit sight and start skulking around in the dark or not.
Right, this hallway, once you get out of the mushroom, is just plain white. 3 meters, 5 meters high, and like I said, you can hear the sound of water, but it's pretty devoid of anything that you may find as you walk through it. It's just a corridor that leads off through the. So I think, do you want to walk to the end of the corridor, or do you want to just creep
I'm
along?
going to wait till everyone's up on the rise and then I'll move up. So
Yeah,
I'll get us up.
Sneakily.
I succeeded my track roll.
Oh, right, any tracks?
Yes, there's no tracks. It's too rocky, unfortunately.
I thought it was just different over here.
This is just plain rock in this hallway. 5 meters high and plain rock. There's nothing that would indicate a track. If there was like maybe a bit of blood or a bit of fur or anything, I would have told you there's nothing in it. You track nothing.
I'll turn around to Dag and went, smell it, and pull him next to me and say, smell anything? Point down the corridor.
I shit from back there.
Right. Roll for Dag's got a track by smell, hasn't he?
What's this?
Right. He does seem to have smelled something else, but he doesn't seem alarmed. The sound of water is got much louder.
All right, I'll point up the corridor as if we're going this way, guys. And I'll start sneaking along this side of the corridor.
I'll go on. Quick, just before we off, Rich, I've got Hail 2, if I cast Hail 2 on myself, does it only heal 2 points, or have I got to roll for how much it heals?
No, it heals 2 points.
It heals 2 points.
Right.
I would do it now before
your
combat.
rune spell. Your rune spell you have that everybody has, because it's a common spell. I think it's called Heal Wound. What that does is you cast that, you point your rune spell, and then however many magic points you put into it, that's how many it heals. So if somebody gets a leg lopped off, right, you can cast a heal wound and put 6 magic points into it, and that'll reattach the leg. But that means you have to hold the soggy bit onto the stump and cast heal wound on it. Okay. Heal 2, you can just repeatedly cast. It costs you 2 magic points every time, and that will stop bleeding. So if you've got your arm locked off, you can stop yourself bleeding to death, but it won't reattach the limb.
So if I just cast heal 2 once now, I can still put 2.
You knock your magic down by 2 and put your hit points up by 2. No, British just killed himself.
Was 13.
You put equals 2, that's why.
Yeah, then it was +2. Yeah.
Right, okay, you pause briefly as Bracey kills himself.
Just hard stop for a minute.
Yeah, he goes, hang on, I take the wrong one.